Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Monster Strike, let's look at my max looks that I've made up to 186. That might sound kind of funny too, because usually I do these in increments of 5. But I finished number 186 last night, and it was pretty special, so I thought I would include it in this video. Okay, but most of these are lucky monsters or collaboration characters, so I won't talk about them too much. But first was Melita. Nothing much to say there. Next up was Tengu. Nothing much to say there. He used to be an old favorite of mine to use with his double null. Next was Zuma. I had him hovering at like 65 luck or something, but finally I went through and I got him. And then next was Shibuki here. She's kind of interesting. I have her in the evolution form for now. She's a Pierce with the 8-turn Null Everything Strike Shot, and then a Double Slayer. She could be interesting, and then versatile as well. Maybe kind of like the water version of Mikumo. Okay, and then also from Summer was Hazuki. She might be interesting. Bounce with the No Gravity Barrier, and then the Slayer M. Still waiting for a place to really use her. Next up was Marie. I don't know how many times I've made the max luck of this character. But yeah, I made her evolution, her ascension. I might have made another in order to give her the hero scroll back in the global version, but first one in the JP version here. Next up was Gray. Speaking of global version, I never made the max luck of him in there, so that was kind of cool to make him here finally. Next, this is kind of more interesting than usual. This is Tole Tetsu. And then he's that most recent impossible monster from the Taiwan series. This guy could be interesting. He is a power type, but he has dash, and then the double null, the null warp, null magic circle, which could be maybe more useful as this year goes on. Also from Summer, I finished the Kakigoroido. He's got the new null speed down wall, so that might be useful later as well. And then Okita, this was number 180 here. And yeah, those first 10 I felt like weren't super interesting to talk about, so that's why I didn't make the video of 180. Okay, next, 181 was my second Babel, and this was very cool. I remember when this guy was released, he has the flight, null damage wall, null warp. People were like, oh, if you make the max luck of this guy, you'll never need another max luck again. That didn't turn out to be true, of course, but yeah, he could be versatile. And then he just got the buff where he can fuse 2 of him in order to give him the Ableberry. But I don't think like either version of him is good enough to maybe want to put an Ableberry on him. Okay, next up, 182 was another kind of semi-interesting character, and that is Kooky. She's also from that Taiwan series of Impossibles. But she's a balance with the Minesweeper and Null Damage Wall, and then she's good for shooting Gata. But I prefer to use my Karuna, because he's a Pierce, and I kind of prefer Pierce characters more. But just for all-around use, Kooky might be pretty good. Okay, now we are getting into the Gintama collaboration. First one there was Kintoki. He also has the null speed down wall. He might be good in the future. And then Madao, who I think is hilarious. I don't know if I'm going to use him very much though. And then 185 was Jabberwocky. And he also has the null speed down wall. He was a lucky monster for this week, so that's why I made him. Yeah, it could be pretty good. He's one of the easier super extremes to make as well, if that interests you. Okay, and then finally, the number 186 is Shooting Gata. This was very cool. This is like, I don't know, a lot of people say this is the best max luck you can make in the game, if you don't count Setsuna or like max luck Hatcher monsters. But yeah, I've heard also that she's the best null warp max luck in the game. But yeah, her being pierced with the triple null, null wind, null warp, null block, makes her super versatile. I didn't really understand like how good she was until I started to compare her to like Eden or Magmel, because they're all the Pierce with the double null, which is really great for just an all-around max look. But then her Bomb Throw, which is very powerful by itself, it can also set off other people's bump combos. So it does kind of have that blast bump benefit that Eden has. But yeah, as you can see, I've put the Sidekick Ableberry on her, because I think she's very worth putting that on. And then you've probably heard me talk recently about Satsuki, about how she is a drop monster with a good bump combo, which would be really useful in multiplayer quests where everybody's using a max luck and your damage is really taking a hit. Shooting Gata can also be one of those characters you can bring as a max luck that has like Hatcher monster level damage from her bump combo, so super excited to have her. Shooting Gata and then Satsuki will be my main multiplayer max lucks going forward. But yeah, now that I've made her, kind of like the last big max look I want to make is Adabuda. And then maybe Naraku going through the Kinky, but that's kind of a different vibe there. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about my max lux now. Maybe the next video I make about max lux will be 200. That should be interesting to see what I get for that. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.